y'all, I'm Miss Stacy. Welcome to Stacy's Homestead, and today we're going to be making some fried chicken. There's so many different recipes on fried chicken. There's, different seasonings and different processes. I'm going to show you how I make my fried chicken, like big batch wise, the process, how I do that, like for lots of chicken. So when I'm making a lot of chicken, I like to pre-cook it. When my kids were home, I would make a lot of chicken. And it's just easier when I'm doing like more than 50 pieces, or even, I don't know how many these 2 bags are, but it's quite a bit. It's easier when you're doing a large batch like this is to pre-cook it. And how I do that is I get a stock pot and put my chicken in and cover it with water, and we're gonna boil it and until it's done. And then how I know it's done is when the skin starts peeling from the end of the bone. So we're gonna do that, and then while that's boiling, we're gonna get all of our oils and stuff ready. So what you're gonna need is, I like to use this is Green Life. This is from Amazon. I buy this from Amazon, but I also render my own, but sometimes it's just not enough. So I use this for specifically fried chicken or french fries. And I don't use, you know me, I don't use any processed oils. I like to use animal oil or olive oil or coconut oil or butter. That's it. That's the only oils I ever use. So if you're making fried chicken out of vegetable oil, it's going to be really bad for you. Okay, guys? So this is a healthy way. I'm just saying, you do what you want, and I know it's a little bit of money, but it's worth it for your health, So anyways, normally I have a Dutch oven that I keep with used oil when I do my french fries. And so I'll make french fries a bunch of times until the oil starts getting, I use the oil over and over, and then that's when the oil's about done, that's when I decide I'm gonna make fried chicken. So I'll make fried chicken with that same french fry oil, using this oil, the beef tallow, use that same oil, and then I'll make fried chicken with that. And then when I'm done with that, I would strain it and save it for when I want to make soap. So nothing goes to waste here. And what I love though about pre-cooking the chicken is that I also get a benefit from that is I get chicken broth, some stock. So, and that's this is a way to make your chicken more useful. Everything's more useful this way. So after I strain it, I'm going to strain the water, not down the sink. I'm going to put it in another pot to cool, and we're going to save that for chicken bone broth making. So it's like the best. And then, so I don't have french fry oil this time, okay? I haven't had time to make french fries. I haven't done it in a while. But so we're just going to use fresh oil. And so here's the thing, I don't reuse chicken oil. So I hate to do that. I like to use it over and over again for the fries and then the chicken, but I've been baking my fries lately. I haven't been frying them. Because it's just us. When my kids are home, I would fry them, because that's, you do that when you have to make a lot of french fries. But anyways, so yeah, so we're gonna find my Dutch oven wherever it's at somewhere, and we're gonna use the beef tallow, and we're gonna scoop that out and put it in there for frying. So lost my thought process. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Alright, so let's get going here, and I'll show you how I season and do all that jazz. Alright guys, so we got our pot here full of water. Well, halfway full. We're gonna top it off after we're done adding our chicken. So let's get our chicken legs in. I have the heat on. I have the heat on here, and we're just gonna plop them in. All of them. And then bring it to a boil. I don't like handling chicken. It's just so gross and slimy. Do you know that chicken is technically a lizard? So everyone knows that chickens are related to dinosaurs, right? And dinosaurs lay eggs because they're lizards. Lizards lay eggs, right? Chickens lay eggs, so chickens, you're eating lizard meat. At least that's my hypothesis. Ooh, lizard meat. When you really think about it, it's interesting because, you know, and also lizards carry salmonella. Well, what's the most thing you have to be super careful with? Chicken, because it carries salmonella like lizards. Interesting thought. I don't know. Sometimes when you think I have nothing better to do but sit here and think about chickens and how they're related to dinosaurs, that's what you come up with. And I think I'm right. I don't eat much chicken unless it's fried. I'm like really not a chicken person. I make chicken bone broth and fried chicken. Pretty much I don't really use chicken in many things when you think about it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I guess I could do, I don't even do chicken tacos. Like, I can chicken. I'll make it like, I'll put chicken in like a chicken pasta. That's what I use my canned chicken for. Or, like a soup, basically. I'll use chicken in pot pie, soups, but I don't like, maybe once in a great while chicken, like once every 2 years, chicken salad, but for the most part I stay away from chicken unless I'm frying it. So, I just don't like the slimy lizard texture. Lizards! Alright, let's put the rest of this in. That should be enough water. So, you just want to cover, enough to cover, you know, so it cooks. So let me get the rest in. Salmonella, you have to be super careful with chicken. So make sure you use one hand that's for chicken and one hand that's clean. That's what I do. Oh, I do smothered chicken, like smothered fried chicken. Same thing, it's fried chicken. Okay, let's get our lizard meat in there. Hey, also, when you have, I have to say really fast, when you eat alligator, it tastes like chicken. And when you eat frog legs, it tastes like chicken. So, chicken's a lizard. Related to those dinosaurs. I'm telling you, it's just a feathered lizard. Alright, so, and also, look at, I spilled chicken juice everywhere. I can't stand it when the bag leaks. You get chicken juice everywhere. Like, ugh. That's why I love to pre-cook my chicken before I fry it when I'm doing large batches, is because you're not handling like raw chicken for very long. You know, you cook it, clean up your mess like me, if you make one, disinfect the whole area, and then now you're good to go with no risk of like contaminating your cooked food with salmonella with your raw food. You know what I mean? So this is all going to be cooked, strained, and then you can handle it a lot better without risk of like, you know, like contaminating the like the cooked food with your uncooked food that you're battering. So that's another benefit. Okay, I'm gonna bleach on my that's the only time. So here's the thing, I don't use bleach on my counters. I use vinegar or lemon, or, you know, hot soapy water. But when I make a mess with chicken juice everywhere, I use disinfectant rags or bleach. I'm gonna spray it down with like bleach water I have. Make sure it's all good to go, you know. It's gross. Gross. Don't want anybody sick. That's like, I don't know. Like to cook with chicken much. Okay. I can it and I fry it. That's pretty much what I do with it. And then I use my canned chicken for things. Sometimes I'll do like chicken strips for something, like once in a while, but it's like not often. All right, enough about that. All right, and so we got it all in the pot. It's covered still, so good to go. That's gonna be some nice broth. So I make chicken bone broth a lot. Or I do rotisserie chickens. Like barbecue chicken. That's when I eat chicken. Barbecue chicken. My husband does it for me. Yes, in the summer we barbecue. Barbecue chicken is the only way to go. Barbecued or fried. Alright, barbecued, fried, or canned. And then I make bone broth. But I don't use it for anything else. Alright, so, also what I do is when everyone's done with their legs, we don't throw them in the trash. We put it in a bowl, and then I wash them, and then I put them in the pot and with this leftover broth, and we're gonna make bone broth. So, I might just add it in the freezer until I'm ready and I have more bones. So that's what I probably do. I'm gonna freeze my chicken broth, and then with the bones maybe. I don't know. Alright guys, we have about a half a bucket of this lard. We're going to end up dumping in, I think it's a 5-quart Dutch oven I have. Here, I already put some of it in. And then what we'll do, we'll need all of that. What we'll do, after we're done frying chicken, we're going to end up using this to make soap. So I'll show you how that's done in another video. But, yeah, so we got all that. That's plenty of oil. We'll let that melt down. We're gonna bring this to a boil. And then when the skin starts pulling down from the bone, we know it's done. Then we're gonna strain it and save that broth. Alrighty, so we got our oil here. And this is getting to a boil. Let's get everything else ready. So we're gonna need a pot and for a broth to strain it in, and then the chicken after it's done is going to go in here to cool. We want it to cool so we can handle it because it's going to be really, really hot. And then we have this for our mixture, our dredging mixture that we have that we're going to do. And then we have, this is what I put my flour mixture seasoning on. I like to do a baking pan, that way I can do a lot at once and have it all ready to go sitting in the flour for me to go as I fry. And then this is what we're gonna line paper towels in here, and when I put my chicken legs in here as I go, and I just put them because I don't have a rack or anything, so I put them legs up. I put the meat side down and the leg bone part up, and I alternate, and I put as much as I can in here, and then I'll get another bowl if I need it. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. Let's get our flour. Alright, I used quite a bit of flour, and so what I would do with the leftover flour also, because I don't like to waste stuff, what I'm going to do with the leftover flour is I'm going to make a gumbo with it. But not chicken gumbo. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to, I'm telling you. If I might, maybe canned chicken gumbo. I don't know. I tend to only do fried chicken, barbecued chicken, or canned chicken. And I use my canned chicken in soups. That's how I rock. Once in a while I'll use chicken. But anyways, I just don't like handling it. Alright, so, flour. Okay, so we're going to put quite a bit of flour, and we're going to make gumbo out. We're going to not throw this flour away, okay? I'm going to make a gumbo, probably a rabbit gumbo later, but I already did a video on that. So if you want to know how to make rabbit gumbo, look it up. Alright. Yeah, so fried chicken flour is the best to make gumbo out of. It makes a good roux. If you don't want to make the gumbo right away, you can save the flour in a freezer bag for a roux. You know what I mean? But you can't cook it because you had raw chicken in here. You know what I mean? So you can't use it for anything but like frying, unless you cook the flour really good. You know. So we're just gonna keep on adding as much flour as we can. Some people add cornstarch to it to help with the crispiness. I might do a little bit of that, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Some people add like baking powder also, or use self-rising flour. This is just regular bread flour. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna make a nice gumbo out of this flour when I'm done. But if I didn't, I would just make the roux, like cook the roux, and save it in the freezer. And then you have it ready to rock and roll. Okay, I think that might be maybe one more. There. All right, now we're going to season this. Let's get our seasonings. Believe it or not, I like to use Pappy. I like to use this seasoning right here. I use this, salt, and pepper, and that's it. So how we're going to do it is how I season everything. I just cover the top of all things generously. And it seems to work. Sometimes I'll taste the flour to make sure I can at least taste some salt. Because you want to be able to taste a little salt in your flour. So this is going to be seasoned just like so. We're going to do it twice, okay? So we're going to, I'll show you what I mean by twice. And then we're going to do our salt, our pepper. Let's do our pepper. See, this already has pepper flakes in it, so you don't need too much pepper. We're only doing the pepper once. So just a little pepper. There we go. And let's get our salt. And the salt, we're going to do twice just like the Pappies. Alright. We're going to just layer the top real good. Okay, now we're going to stir it. We're going to stir it up. Stir it up. And then we're going to do it again. And that's how I usually season it. It works out pretty perfect. So, taste it. Like, if you can't taste the salt, then add more. But we're going to do one more layer on the top, and then that's that for the flour seasoning. It's winter and my chickens, and it's been raining and the chickens aren't laying, so I was like, I need eggs. I have like no eggs. I found one egg in my, out of 30 chickens, one egg. But I have a bunch of ducks, so with them though, I had to go on a duck egg hunt. So they're starting, it's like March, and they're starting to, they're starting to find nests now and lay their eggs in nesting, so it's good. February, March is where you have to go get. So anyways, ducks lay eggs in the winter. So you just make sure it's cold. We know there's no babies growing on them. But yeah, ducks lay eggs in the winter, and it's dirty because the ducks are dirty. But try to use the, see, all these duck eggs. The ducks are all wet from swimming in the back pond water from all the rain. Okay, so we got some good clean ones too though. Like here's a dirty one. I'll probably use the dirty ones for fried chicken. And that's a nice one. Nice clean one. Well, here, see, here's a fresh one for fried eggs. All right, so we got some eggs. Oh, I was panicking because I need a couple eggs for my fried chicken. I was like, oh no, I'm cooking all this chicken and have no eggs. Alright, so we got our eggs. Yeah, that's why I have ducks, because they lay eggs in the wintertime when your chickens aren't. So, okay, so we got the eggs. Let's get our egg mixture ready. Alright, so it doesn't take very long. They've been cooking on boil for about 5 minutes. I think another 5 more minutes once it's brought to a boil. Oh, the chicken broth smells so good. I mean, you don't even have to turn it into bone broth. I just like to do that. But put it in a Ziploc baggie and freeze it if you can't can, because it's really, really good for cooking. So don't pour it down your sink. All right, so 5 more minutes. We're gonna strain that, and then we're gonna let it cool because you can't handle it. It's gonna be super, super hot. Let it cool for about a half hour, and then we'll start working on frying everything up. Alright, so we're done, and I'm going to show you an example of, see how it's peeling from the bone right here? Right here. Oh, it's fogging up. A little foggy. Alright, let's go over here. So see how this part is peeling away from the bone? That's how you know it's done. Okay? So we're going to strain all this. Go ahead and put one right here. And let them cool. I was gonna, let's do it this way. I'm not gonna pick this up. Sometimes I pick it up, but I have a lot in here. So we're gonna use, I don't wanna dump it. We're gonna go ahead and start and put some in the strainer right here. It's in our bowl, and we're just going to use the, I have this, but I also have a bigger basket one. Where's my oh, there's my basket one. Let's get my basket one right here. What I use for French fries. I use this, okay? So, a little scooper. Just go ahead and put it in here. Let's see. Ooh. Put it in here. To cool down and let it drip for a little bit, and then we'll dump it in this bowl to cool off more. Alright, I'll be back when it's cooled down. Alright, so we'll turn the heat on for oil here, get that heated up, and then my camera stand is broke, so I'm doing vloggy style. So, you know, I'm going to change these and put them in here. I like this bowl best for putting my egg wash in. It's just easier to use my what was I saying? Oh yeah. Sorry. It's just easier to dredge the chicken in it, you know? There we go. We got some chicken broth down there. Got some chicken broth down there. Bit's watching a movie. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to do our mixture here. And I like to do mayonnaise and eggs and buttermilk or milk. So we're going to do just a plop of mayonnaise. And let's make sure we don't have too much juice in here. Alright, let's do a plop of mayonnaise. It's really good. Maybe a couple plops. And usually I make my own mayonnaise, but if you can't, this is a good one right here. Because it doesn't use bad oils. Costco. Alright, so I don't have buttermilk and I don't have milk from the store, so I'm using canned milk here. So, which is good anyways. So we got some canned milk. Let me show you. I got flour all over me. That's just how it works. Then we got our 3 duck eggs. We went on a duck egg hunt for and found some. So hopefully they're good. It's winter, so they should be. hard as rocks. You know what? Let's get a whisker here. We're gonna whisk this mayonnaise in here. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth here. If you can see. I'm running out of counter space, so I have to use my sink area. Okay, we got one egg and a shell on accident. There we go. One egg. 2 eggs. These are some nice eggs. Some nice, beautiful eggs here. I don't know if you can see. Nice, beautiful eggs before I break them up. And one more. Trying to do it with one-handed with the duck egg. Oh, that's hard. Okay, so 3 eggs. All right. We're gonna whisk that in here. And this is my dredge. This is my dredge here. We don't want to cook the egg either, so that's why you want your chicken to be, you know, cool to the touch, you know what I mean? Alright, because we don't want, like, you don't want scrambled eggs on your chicken, which I've done that before once. It tastes good though still, but okay. Alright. The eggs are pretty yellow, but that's okay. Alright, so now we're going to put our chicken in here. This is how we do it, okay guys? So I'll do like as many chicken as I can fit in this bowl. And then this is why I like this bowl here, because I like to flip it like this. This is why I had to switch it, because we gotta go like that and get it all nice and good here. Alright. So when that's done, then we go over here to our flour. I wish my stand, I have to fix my stand here. Alright, so we're going to go to our flour. I think this is hot enough. Hold on, we don't want it too hot. Let's check our oil. Alright, our oil's heating up good. Let's turn it on low until I'm ready. Alright, so we're going to go to our flour here. And so I'm going to just start laying it out on the flour. And you have one clean hand and one dirty hand. Oh, that's the best way to do it. One clean hand, one dirty hand. Okay, and then we're gonna put as many in here as I can. Just load them back up. Okay. And it gets pretty fast. And then we're gonna just cover this with the flour right here. Okay, and then when our oil is hot enough, we can start doing that. Okay, so let me see if I can put this on a perch here for you guys to be able to see my process. Alright, so we're gonna... Alright, so let's go like this. Okay. Alright, we're going to test our oil by adding a little flour. And it fried up a little bit. Okay. Turn to medium. You want to make sure it's hot enough, because you don't want, if you put it in when it's not hot enough, it'll get oil logged, like water logged, but with oil, and be really, really greasy and not fry. You don't want that. Alright, so see how these are sitting here? And then once I get these put away, see? I lay this out right here.
And then of course we've got this big choke point right here.
And then we're going to put this on this side. We're going to switch back and forth, okay?
We've got more free-roaming droids up this way. They're just spamming fire at Anakin right now, and I can't blame him. He is definitely priority target number one. He can disrupt their minds so easily and so well.
Okay, it's starting to fry up there, I think. Okay, put this right here. Then we're going to go ahead and add. So I guess I have one egg hand and one flour hand now. That's okay. Go ahead and add our chicken and the egg wash here. Just toss it. I'll let this sit here for a little bit. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and add the flour in. Let's go ahead. There we go, yeah. Two. I think I can fit like 5. 3. Yeah, I think I could do 4 and 5. 4, and then one more on the side. Okay. I think I do 5 at a time. Alright, 5 at a time. And then we're going to put this on this side, see? Over here. This side. And lay this one out. And here. And then this one in. 1, 2. I don't really time it. I guess I kind of just take a look at it in a little bit. I'll wait like maybe about 5 minutes. Let's see. Maybe 3 minutes and check. And when you're cooking with oil like this, you gotta be careful. Make sure you have like the meat to put out fire, you know. I have a fire blanket. That's pretty cool. You see those advertisements on TV. We got a lot of chicken here. So this is my rotation, guys. This is all about the rotation. See, they're not raw, they're already cooked. You're not going to get salmonella. You just go from there. We'll cover these as best we can. We don't want exposed air to raw egg. This side. Alright, so these are all prepped and ready to go on this side. Alright, we'll just let that sit. Then when we take these out, keep on going like that until we're done. Alright, now where's my tongs? You gotta get the tongs. These tongs. Let's see how this is. There we go. Looking good. Might turn it, you know. I might be able to do 6, actually. I'm gonna do 6. Yeah, next time I can do 6. About done here. Because it's already cooked. We're not trying to cook it now. We're just trying to get it crispy. So you don't have to worry about it being raw. Okay, so we got one piece done. See? And then how I do it is I put them like this. Just like so. Oops. Like that. All the way around. Work it up. See how good that looks? Nice and crispy. All the way around. Now, it's not going to stay crispy for long unless you put it on a drying rack. So, if you have a rack, lay it on the rack to cool and dry. But, the flavor is really good. I just keep it in there though. Okay, so let's try to do 6. I think we can do 6. 1.
They're going to be joining in over here, but they're still blocking it through its that nothing's over at the close that way. So really is going to be reflect on probably
2.
See if they manage to live through that. Because that's actually going to be pretty
3.
Back up front here, trying to start the first team and second airborne.
4. 5. 6. I might be able to do 7 because there was a tiny one in here. There's a little tiny sugar. Put a couple tiny ones in. Okay, let's try 7. 7. Okay, we got 7 going. 7 going. Let's move these to the side right here. And then put these ones in. Okay, and then cover it up with your flour. I don't ever use this cutting board unless I'm doing fried chicken. It's not a very convenient place, so, but it is for fried chicken. All right, and then we just add our chicken to our wash. I have about 20 more pieces left, guys. Ugh. It's got all over my shirt. Alright. I'm the messy person here. I got flour all over me. I didn't wear my apron. I got it all on my shirt. Check on this. We can turn it. So sometimes if you have a lot of chicken and the flour falls off, the bottom flour that falls off goes to the bottom and will burn your chicken. So I try to knock off as much flour as I can so I don't have so much at the very bottom. I have to taste it. Good stuff. Good. Just enough salt. Okay, that one's done. Whew. Alright, I'll show you one more round. Because I'm going to start, what I'm going to start doing with the chicken, I'll show you. I'll start putting it up like this. Like this, so I'll start at, like stacking it like that after a while.
so much here.
And then fill it in the middle.
He is literally doing nothing right now.
All right.
Come on, buddy. Oh, you could have done so much.
Okay.
You could have done so much. You just didn't.
I think we could do about 6 or 7 at a time.
This one right in there, that's for sure. What happened over here? A few more core deaths over here. Those droids are still alive. The Unity troops are slowly sliding.
You have to watch it because sometimes your oil will foam.
Pretty soon. Blast that guy. Blast that trooper.
Okay, I don't think that's there. Okay. I don't know how much that was, but those are pretty big ones. So I almost forgot to say, I put some baking powder and some cornstarch in my flour mix. I don't do it all the time. Most of the time I don't. But I wanted to try and see if it made a difference. And it looks the same to me. So, but you can do that. I only put a couple tablespoons in. It looks good though. Look at that. Super yummy. Yeah, I put a couple tablespoons of each in my flour to see if it would do much, but oh yeah, looking good. Would like help like with the puffy part of it? I don't know. But this is, it turns out how it's always turned out. So this is how I make my fried chicken, guys. Alright guys, so that's how I make my fried chicken, big batch. Big batches of fried chicken. Just talk to you later. Peace. It's really good. I wanted to say, see this little bone right here? I have to show you. There's a little bone right here that scares me when you feed these to your kids. This little bone right there. One time we were at a barbecue and I gave my daughter a piece of fried chicken and she bit that bone and it got stuck in her throat and she was like, ah, and so I swiped and pulled it out. If you ever have to do that, you always go down the side of the throat. Anyways, you gotta be careful. So what I do ever since then is if I give this to my kids, I will pull this off and then give them the chicken without it on there. Okay guys? See? That's dangerous. So you give this to your kids, make sure you pull that bone off. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye. That's how I do the process of big batch chicken cooking. Fried chicken. See, I still have quite a bit left. And then finished product will go right here and probably make some mashed potatoes and vegetables to go with it. But that's how I fry chicken. And it's really tasty. Well, how I fry my big batch chicken. If I just do a few pieces, it's just going to be, like, I'll do it raw. Because it's not as gross. But yeah, if I'm doing a few pieces, I just cook it raw. And it just takes a while because you want to make sure it's fully cooked. But this way, you don't have to worry about it being raw at all. It's fully cooked and it's nice and crispy and it's delicious and it's not greasy and it's moist. It tastes really good. My kids loved it. They still love it. All right, we'll just talk to you later. Peace.